watching TVC News Hour. There is another tale of death in Ikorodu, adding to the number of victims of serial killings carried out by the suspected Badoo cult group in the area. This time, 4 people were attacked in their sleep at Anibaba Road in Owode Onirin. We warn that this report contains images of some of our viewers may find disturbing.
The bloodstains are still very fresh, but the victims have been evacuated. These are trails of another deadly attack in the Ikorodu area of Lagos, but the crime scene here is a church, and the victims are worshippers, 2 women and 2 children. Frightened residents are speculating about the brutal murder carried out by a yet-to-be-identified criminal gang.
I think they had vigil all night. So while they were sleeping, others have gone to sleep, some slept, I don't know. So it was just this morning they just called me, and getting there I met them a pool of blood. I had to do the first aid, which is as in the first thing to just rescue them while they are still moving. They are not dead yet, so I had to rescue them. We took them to the nearby hospital. From there, we moved them to the general hospital.
I'm Badoo, so to operate.
The Badoo boys have a peculiar mode of operation. They use stones to smash their victim's head. You can see the traces left behind. The victims are left in a very gory state. This was definitely done by the Badoo cult.
Style is the same, the method, everything is the same. Smashing of people with big things like mortars and the rest, and blood flowing all over the place. So we saw them in pool of blood, and it's similar to what happened exactly.
Just about 10 meters away from the crime scene is this Celestial Church of Christ. The church was ransacked, but there were no casualties.
We were 3, we slept here. I slept at the middle.
Because there.
Yeah, exactly here.
Go.
Exactly here. This is where I lay my head on. And the phone is exactly like this here. It's a big phone, Samsung phone, big phone. Yeah. And one of my brothers slept here. So my colleague slept on this bed. He slept here.
Yeah.
So, and there was another phone here also. Here, on this speaker. So they took this one also here.
As residents were trying to understand the motive behind these strange killings, there was a spontaneous action that turned violent. A mob attacked a man suspected to belong to the Badoo cult group ravaging Ikorodu. The police succeeded in preventing jungle justice, but there is still anger on the streets, and even the innocent are not insulated against mob actions that could lead to needless death.
With us in the studio to discuss the upsurge of attacks by the dreaded Badoo gang is a leader of Odua People's Congress, Gani Adams. Many thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Indeed. Is it a case of now that the big masqueraders come to dance, the success is a must? Now that we have about 130 of them arrested?
Well, I think this is the beginning of the success. Because we believe the operation of Saturday is just the beginning of the operation. Subsequent one will come within few days. And moreover, the issue of Badoo and all social vices need a serious cooperation from the Ikorodu residents. The police need an information from our group and residents of Ikorodu and other organizations within and outside Ikorodu, because these are criminals that hardly will you see them. They are ritualists. They metamorphose from Yahoo Plus to Badoo. So for us to achieve total cleansing of that area, serious intelligent gathering is needed from every stakeholders in Ikorodu and beyond Ikorodu.
All right, now, just last week, the police had a meeting with you and your vigilante group to help the police complement efforts to curb the criminal activities in the state. Now, I want you to tell us what kind of modalities will the OPC now apply to, well, secure Ikorodu and its environs?
Well, I will not divulge the modalities that we use because of the success of next operation. But let me just inform you that our group, to complement the effort of the police, have already brought at least 60% of the success of each of the operation. So we have met more than 3 times. And within 1 week, we have decided to bring some strategy that will go beyond a very big operation. Because if we are moving to Ikorodu 100 times without bringing the people that is living in Ikorodu to form a group to face this ugly incident, I don't think we will have a total success. So we are working towards that.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the human rights issue here. There's been cases of extrajudicial killing. Some people were just nabbed, said, okay, these people are a member of this cult group, and they are just killed summarily, just like that, without some of the vigilante groups waiting for the policemen to come and find out. Why is that?
Well, it's something that we will not encourage. But they go beyond the police and OPC and other vigilante groups. I think the law enforcement agencies are calling for a meeting, a larger meeting that will sensitize the royal fathers and the chiefs that even a suspect were being caught on the incident of this Badoo and other social vices, they have to hand over them to the police. By mobbing them and the process, they die in that process, you will lose another opportunity to cut about 20 or more than 20 of them, because you kill them and the information within them die instantly. Secondly, because we are in the global village now,
Okay.
you can't take law into your hands. No matter the information you have about that person, you don't even have the right to assault him or her. The normal way is that you have to take them to the police. We as a group, we are there to complement the effort of the police. We don't have the right to investigate the Badoo.
So will it be okay if your group were, for instance, prosecuted for extrajudicial killings?
Our group cannot even involve in extrajudicial killing because we know the implication. You know, this is a group that has been existing for the past 23 years, and we have a lot of antecedents, positive and negative. The positive aspect is the one that guides us until when police call us.
You're aware that a comedian was killed?
Don't forget.
Yeah, that's it.
You are aware that a comedian was killed?
People have been putting pressure on us.
Yes.
That we should assist them in terms of insecurity within Lagos and Ogun. But we are reluctant because the government did not call us. But when police have called us that we should assist them, we believe they are apparatus, they are agents, they are part of the agencies, agent of government. That we thought in one way or the other, police are security agent of government. That was the time we come in, because we don't want a situation that if we come in, people may twist it that we are taking law into our hand. You can't see any genuine OPC member taking law into their hands.
Okay, so now that the OPC has been, invited to, well, complement the efforts of the police, are you now saying that your group needs more of a, let's say, a backing or authority, as it were, so that you will be a part of the security personnel to guard the state against these criminal elements and tendencies that seem to be on the rise on a daily basis?
We try our best. We are Nigerians. We have the duty and responsibility to make our country more safe. Although OPC is not a security outfit,
okay,
it's different from, say, a vigilante group.
Okay.
It's a pan-Yoruba group and socio-cultural organization. But the strength of OPC is about more than 6 million people. We have some of our members directly operate as a private security within some community and street in Lagos. So we believe those who have the experience of security can complement the efforts of the police. It now lies on the government, on their initiative. Maybe they will incorporate OPC to local security. We are not desperate to that.
All right, let me quickly ask you.
Finish.
Yes. Okay.
We realize that the call of the public is more important to us.
All right. Now, what are your thoughts now on state policing? Because I understand that, many have said that if we have state policing, perhaps the crime level in our state will be to a barest minimum. With this level of insecurity in the land, would you agree that state policing could contribute to eliminate or curb the rising cases of crime in the state?
Well, I'm one of the people that have been an advocate of restructuring. State police is just a content within the restructuring. What we are advocating for, which I have the privilege to be one of the delegates of the National Conference in 2014, part of our 633 recommendation is state police. But then the issue of security, even beyond state police, when you have a state police and the government of the state did not even have up to Supreme Court, influence on Supreme Court, definitely a criminal can push a case beyond state high court to appeal court, which have already been a jurisdiction of the federal. So when you are talking of policing, when you are talking of state police,
yes,
we have to agitate that the power should be devolved to the state, that the judiciary have to be under the state. Like what is happening in the United States of America. Every state are in control of their judicial department to Supreme Court. Not in Nigeria, that is only state high court. And the criminal have a tactics. When they realize the governor is in charge of the state high court, they ask their lawyer to file some case tactically to federal high court.
Okay.
So
what about the neighborhood watch that we have in Lagos today? Would you want to be co-opted into it? You understand there's a neighborhood.
Ordinarily, we are not happy with the Lagos state government for not co-opting us into neighborhood watch from the beginning. Now, the incident that happened now, you are asking us to join them. How could you recruit about 7,300 neighborhood watch in Lagos State without asking OPC to give them just 500? You look, the issue of security beyond playing partisanship to it. This is the issue of life and property. Okay. The duty and responsibility of any government is to secure its citizenry on the basis of life and property. That's the first duty.
All right, let's look at...
Let me come in, please.
Okay, all right.
After that, every other thing follows.
Okay.
Now, if they want us to give them some good products, because there's no organization that did not have good product and a bad product. Out of 12 disciples of Jesus Christ, we have Judas.
Yeah.
So we could be able to recommend a good product for them that can join those on the ground, so that the issue of security can be well done in Lagos State. And we have the police, which are federal agents too.
Okay, now let's go back to the jungle justice system that is, reigning supreme right now in Ikorodu, since the Badoo, cultist group, reign terror in the environs. A comedian known as Mr. MC Think Twice was killed, and he was suspected to be a member of the cult group, which his family came over to TVC News and said he was never a member of the cult group. Now, this man was killed in cold blood, and it was said that the vigilante groups were a part of this, killing in broad daylight. What is the OPC doing about this? Because right now the family wants justice for the man killed, who they say was innocent.
Well, I read about that yesterday night, but that is left to the police to investigate. Maybe the suspect is Badoo or not, and those who involved in this barbaric act should be arrested and be prosecuted.
All right.
But notwithstanding, we have to be very careful, because to the life we have now, social media is reigning, and a criminal can hide under social media and be twisting stories. I'm not saying the person killed is a suspect or not, but it's left to the police went to the area and arrest those people who involved in this act. Why do you kill this man without taking him to the police? You do have the right to do that.
All right, Mr. Adams, we're going out on this interview now, but just quickly, there are allegations of some royal fathers, traditional rulers in that area being part of this Badoo. What can you say to that?
Well, I don't have information regarding that. I don't believe any genuine royal fathers will involve in Badoo activities. We are having the same information, but I'm very conversant with Ikorodu. I'm a chief in Ikorodu land, Ikorodu of Ikorodu. And I know most of the royal fathers. When you say some chiefs and some groups, I can agree with that. But talking of royal father, I can't agree with that now.
So you know those chiefs who are part of it?
Well, I don't know. I said when you say chiefs, I can agree. But talking of a royal father, a whole over in Yoruba land, it's always come once in a lifetime.
Okay.
So I don't believe in that.
Let's leave it at that for now. Gani Adams, leader of a popular vigilante group, Odua People's Congress.
No popular vigilante. We are not vigilantes.
Social cultural group.
We can call us a pan-Yoruba organization.
But
we are not vigilante
outshift
group.
of a vigilante group. All right, thanks a lot for your contributions.
You're welcome.
On the News Hour.
Yeah.